You're a jiggly boy. You're a jiggly boy. Mm-hmm. Hey there! How's it going? Welcome, fellow self-learners, to the Crystal Library. My name is Kiana Peppers, aka Crystal K, and today I am Monkey D. Doofy, trying to amass her own pirate crew of fellow digital artists who are much smarter than me. But also, I am more commonly known as a note sharer, where what I know, you know. Today, we're going to be continuing our journey with the quads, and I'm learning from the fellow anatomy geek himself, Stan Proko, aka Proko. Prior to this, on-stream evidence, there's really only maybe a couple lessons. But there is physical, tangible evidence of all of my knowledge in a Facebook doc that you can go look up, and I'll also link it here. Go check it out if you want to see the rest of the body from the waist up. Without further ado, let's dive in, shall we? Hello! I did it again! Thanks for being here. It's hot! I was talking to myself for 10 minutes and nobody even knew it, but I just realized there was a button on my screen that said go live, and I was like, wait, am I not live? So, as you can see, I don't have a face today. I am just in a sports bra today because it's too freaking hot to put on clothing. I can't possibly imagine a t-shirt. I don't think I could do it for 2 hours. No. We're gonna see how I feel because the sun has baked every brain cell out of my body. Also, I would like to let you know that because of that fact, Crystal is unfiltered today. So you're gonna get 100,000% lizard brain, Crystal. You're welcome. Let's go to some chill beats because, guys, guess what happened? Last time I was singing Michael Jackson and YouTube thought my singing was so good it flagged me. Even with somehow I had music playing over my singing on top of the fact that I was barely trying to hum. Okay, I got into it. Let's be real. I was singing. But I can't believe that YouTube was like, wow, that sounds like Michael Jackson. You can't play this now. Stuff is being made that doesn't look like much yet, but hopefully by end of this year I can start to reveal very slowly into piece by piece increments. And then June of next year, 2025, baby! That's the 10-year anniversary. On the dot, I plan to drop something on that date. What it will be, I will not tell you, but I will aim to drop something. And I'm holding myself to that promise. I am doing something that day because I tend to lie. I want to not lie anymore. 2025 is when we launch, man. I am ready. But I gotta cook first. So anyway, I'm getting the ingredients ready for the pie, and then I can start slapping stuff together and actually making a feast for you to see. But yes, I am back. We're so back. This is also time if anybody has questions or wants to go over a specific part of the body that I've covered so far. I am possibly thinking of redoing the anatomy journey because I started this very long time ago. Second year of college? And that was 5+ years ago. And I have grown a lot since then. I would like to go back and revisit some of those body parts again because I forgot a lot of the torso. And if I get to do that, I get to do that with you. No, there she is. You want to say hi to the lovelies? Oh! Hi, honey. Precious baby girl is melting. Wow, that fan is freaking out. Whoa. All right. Everybody ready? 10 minutes starting in 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, Crystal K from the future here. So really quickly, this exercise was something I was challenged to do from a friend. And I really need to do it more often. But I started doing 10-minute sketches once a day, and I've sadly kind of gotten away from that since getting everything ready for Crystal K and relaunching a brand new brand/business has taken up all of my time. But this exercise was purely to start the spark, and I desperately want to get back to that. So here's a little glimpse of my process. Enjoy. Pens down! Pens down! What have we got? What on earth is that? Is that Sidon? Who the hell knows? I enjoyed it. Yeah. His legs don't look right, but I technically feel pretty good considering that I have not finished the legs at all yet. If I take away all of this mess, what are we left with? Okay. Something legible. And then even more so, I like to come back after my mess and take a look-see of what we got. You can tell what I know and what I don't know. This is really telling everything. I love it though. Mess is the best. So we have this. Let's keep going. Because all it's meant to do is start the process. Usually I have to get into the zone of drawing and I'm not always there. And this is what gets me there. So now that we're here, we can actually clean this up. He's starting to look a little bit like Ganon. Oh no. Now that I look at it, he is becoming the old school Zoras from like Ocarina. Yo. Put it in the microwave and listen to that milk right now. Oh my god. Start your engines. It's raging time. Get all the musculature of that neck. 3 seconds. Get the pen. Drop the pen. Drop it. This is really training me to be faster because I really want to do a speed paint. I've missed doing them. I think my main problem is I just don't feel good about drawing sketches as quickly as I could. And after the sketch is done, that's the fun part. We can just line art all day long, and line art is my favorite thing in the world. Alright, let's analyze. Frog! I hope you're okay. She's a child. I drew a buff woman, and this is not a child. Done. I call that a rough sketch for now. We'll give her a second leg eventually. That's enough for me. Let's call that a wrap. Farewell, Raiju. No. What'd you say, bud? What'd you say? It's so hot. Even the wall is hot. Hang in there, big guy. Pecan. With a very pleasant crunch. My cousin just left out of the state to go visit family, and she has 2 doggos, and we were dog sitting this weekend. By the way, their names are Crash and Spyro, just so you know, because they're awesome. And yeah, one of them is just like a vicious licker. The Crash, every time you see Crash, he's just gonna give you a bath when you get there. He's gotta lick your toes, your hands, your face. He licks everything. Be prepared to get a full-on bath when you see Crash. Crash the dog, not the bandicoot. And Spyro, the human who thinks he's the dog who thinks he's a human, but he's actually a dog. Legs! Yes, it is leg day. Indeed true. It'll also be leg day on Wednesday. By the way, there is no way for you to know this because I didn't post it or there's nothing on screen for you to know about it, but I just started doing kitty workouts and Frog sometimes joins me. That Mercer! Whoop whoop! Yeah! He's adorable! And so talented! What a great specimen of a man. Kidding. I'm going to justify that femur is way too long, but also it's foreshortened a little bit. It's kind of, well no, it's not really coming at us. It feels way longer than it needs to. And it's bothering me. I don't think it starts up that high. Like starts meow to meow. It's about the same length. Smidgen longer. I think I could thicken it up a little bit and that'll resolve that issue. Because it looks way longer than it needs to be. It's not that long. Hey chat, I'm gonna posit something to you. Would you like to hear what I'm listening to? I'm listening to Critical Role, and it's very boring if I'm just sitting here not talking. So, I don't think copyright strikes will happen if I'm listening to this, because it's just a podcast. But if you want to listen with me, it's very entertaining and very silly. Matt Mercer and friends are having a guffaw, and I am enjoying it very much. So I think it'd be fun, and you guys are just listening to basically silence. Hey y'all, Editing Crystal here. So you might have already realized, but this stream is probably going to be a little bit quieter because it was stupid hot that day, and I was mostly just listening to D&D. I think I checked out like halfway through. In all honesty, this stream was so much easier to edit. I kind of honestly wish they were all like this, but you know, with every episode, it's a learning process. So here's a free time lapse of stream 3 of the quads. You're welcome. Some quick things that I did pick up when I was doing this lesson. Obviously, despite this gentleman's rippling muscles and fantastic looking abs, we are really only caring about the legs. So what are the things we're focusing on? Primarily that juicy, delicious overlap of lateralis sitting right on top of the hamstrings, which at this point in time, I didn't know those were hamstrings. I mean, I did, but I hadn't done the lesson corresponding to them, so I didn't really know what I was looking at yet. But the quads lesson, we are paying attention to the medialis on this side of the leg and the lateralis on the outside of the leg. So pay attention to those and make sure you get that overlap where the tendon of the IT band and the overlap of the lateralis mingle together. It's very confusing if you're not really paying attention, but if you know what you're looking for, you can see it right here. Anyway, have fun watching this time lapse. Go check this stream out if you want to hear some free D&D of Critical Role. CK out. So, if you happen to miss the stream that this, video was referencing, I stream every single Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I also just happen to be learning a lot of things in tandem with this. So, as well as anatomy, I want to learn anything corresponding to digital art, specifically digital art software. Anything that happens to do with 3D character design. I want to learn ZBrush. I want to learn Maya. I want to learn Blender eventually. I have an entire Google Doc dedicated to everything I've ever learned in one place on Patreon. If you want access to that gigantic Google Doc, it's only $3. That's it. Additionally, I also happen to have a Discord. And if you have gems to drop, if you want knowledge to be shared, if you also got info to say hey with, then please, by all means, jump over to my Patreon, and in the higher tiers, you can access an entire new section I've just added called the Crystal Library. And that is where, hopefully, this entire vision is going to come to fruition. If you have knowledge to share, please drop it in the Crystal Library, because what I know is what you know, but I only know so much. So if there's people that are smarter than me, please, by all means, tell me how dumb I am in there. Until next time, my fellow self-runners, keep playing, keep loving, and keep dreaming. And as always, my friends, I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.